Do you ever find yourself struggling more with the stairs than you used to? Perhaps you feel a little less steady on your feet, or getting up from a chair takes just a bit more effort. It's a reality many of us face as we get older. That gradual, sometimes disheartening, feeling of our legs' strength diminishing. We might blame it on age or just slowing down. But what if I told you that some of the very foods you consider healthy, even vital, could actually be secretly working against your leg strength, making you feel weaker and less stable? It's a painful reality to experience. Losing that effortless movement we once had, fearing a stumble, or missing out on activities because our legs just don't feel up to it. But there's a secret many people don't realize. Something hidden in plain sight, right in our fruit bowls. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common fruits that, when eaten without awareness, can actually be destroying your leg strength over time. It's not about demonizing fruit. It's about making smarter choices to keep you strong and independent. We'll dive deep into why these specific fruits can be problematic and what simple adjustments you can make starting today. Watch to the very end for a surprising truth about your fruit intake that will truly change how you view your daily diet and empower you to rebuild your strength. Let's dive right into the first fruit on our list, one that often masquerades as a healthy snack, especially when we're looking for something quick and sweet: dried fruits. Now, you might be thinking, but dried fruit is just fruit. Right, it's natural. And yes, it comes from fruit. But the process of drying it removes almost all the water, leaving behind a highly concentrated source of sugar and calories. Think about a handful of raisins versus a bunch of grapes, or a single date versus a fresh apricot. You'd need to eat a massive amount of fresh fruit to get the same sugar load as a small serving of dried fruit. When you consume these highly concentrated sugars, even natural ones, your body reacts with a rapid blood sugar spike. This isn't just about managing diabetes. It impacts everyone, especially as we age. A sudden rush of sugar prompts your pancreas to release a large amount of insulin to bring that sugar down. This roller coaster of blood sugar can lead to energy crashes, making you feel sluggish and less inclined to be active, but more importantly, for your leg strength. Frequent sugar spikes and subsequent insulin surges can promote inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation is a silent enemy, eroding not just joint health, but also muscle integrity. It can hinder your body's ability to repair and rebuild muscle tissue, which is absolutely crucial for maintaining and even increasing leg strength as you get older. Imagine your muscles trying to recover after a walk or a bit of exercise, but they're constantly battling a low-grade inflammatory state caused by too much sugar. It's like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. So, what can you do instead of reaching for a handful of dates, a box of raisins, or dried cranberries as your go-to snack? Try switching to fresh fruit. If you absolutely love dried fruit, treat it as a very small, occasional indulgence, perhaps just 1 or 2 pieces. And here's a tip: pair it with something that slows down sugar absorption, like a small handful of almonds, walnuts, or a piece of cheese. The protein and healthy fats help buffer that sugar spike, making it less impactful on your system. Think of it as consciously choosing to fuel your body for strength and stability, rather than for a quick sugar rush that leaves you feeling weaker in the long run. Now that we've talked about the hidden sugars in dried fruits, let's move on to our second surprising culprit, a fruit that's often hailed for its potassium content and convenience: the humble banana. Specifically, we need to talk about overly ripe bananas. We've all seen them, speckled with brown, perhaps a bit soft, perfect for banana bread. And while they are indeed packed with beneficial potassium, which is important for muscle function, as bananas ripen, a significant transformation occurs. The complex starches within the banana convert into simple sugars. This means a very ripe banana has a much higher glycemic index and a greater sugar load than a slightly green or firm one. For older adults, this high sugar content, especially when consumed regularly and in larger portions, can be problematic. Just like with dried fruits, it leads to that rapid surge in blood sugar. While your body works to process this, it can contribute to insulin resistance over time. Insulin resistance isn't just a precursor to type 2 diabetes. It also affects how your body uses energy and maintains muscle. When your cells become less responsive to insulin, Glucose struggles to enter them, meaning your muscles might not be getting the energy they need efficiently, impacting their ability to contract powerfully and recover properly. Furthermore, constant blood sugar spikes contribute to inflammation and can even damage small blood vessels, affecting circulation to your legs. Good circulation is absolutely vital for delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles and for removing waste products, all of which are essential for maintaining strength and preventing fatigue. So, if you're a fan of bananas, here's a practical adjustment opt for bananas that are still slightly firm and yellow, with maybe just a few green tinges at the ends. These have a lower sugar content and more resistant starch, which is beneficial for gut health too. If you only have ripe bananas on hand, consider portion control. Maybe use half a banana instead of a whole one. And just like with dried fruits, combining it with protein or healthy fats can make a huge difference. A ripe banana blended into a smoothie with a scoop of protein powder or a dollop of Greek yogurt, or sliced and served with a small handful of nuts, will slow down that sugar absorption, giving your body a more sustained energy release instead of a roller coaster ride. It's about choosing smarter, not just eliminating. Next, we'll dive into another delicious tropical fruit that might be unknowingly working against your leg strength. Now that we've explored how dried fruits and those super ripe bananas can impact your leg strength, let's talk about another common culprit, especially beloved for its sweet, tropical taste mangoes. Ah, mangoes. They're juicy, flavorful, and packed with vitamin C and A. So, what could possibly be wrong with them? The issue, much like our previous discussions, lies in their sugar content and how easily we can consume large portions without realizing it. A medium-sized mango can contain upwards of 45 grams of natural sugar, which is significantly more than what you'd find in a typical apple or orange. For someone over 60, who might have a slower metabolism or be less physically active, consistently consuming such high amounts of natural sugar, even from fruit, can have a cumulative effect. When you eat a large portion of mango, that influx of sugar can trigger a similar blood sugar spike we discussed earlier. Over time, these frequent spikes contribute to the very same issues: increased inflammation, which silently chips away at muscle health, and the potential for insulin resistance. Both of these conditions can directly hinder your muscles' ability to function optimally, recover from daily activities, and maintain their strength. Think about it this way: your leg muscles are your powerhouses for mobility and balance. If they're constantly fighting inflammation or struggling to get the energy they need efficiently, their capacity to perform is compromised. This isn't about blaming the mango itself, but understanding that its deliciousness can lead us to overindulge, turning a nutritious food into a potential contributor to a decline in strength. So, the key with mangoes is portion control. Instead of enjoying an entire large mango in one sitting, especially as a standalone snack, consider having half. Better yet, dice up a smaller portion and add it to a protein-rich Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. Or toss it into a salad with some leafy greens and a source of healthy fat like avocado or nuts. This combination helps balance the sugar load and provides a more sustained energy release, supporting your muscle health rather than inadvertently undermining it. It's about enjoying the benefits of this wonderful fruit without the hidden drawbacks of excess sugar. Next up, let's talk about those delightful little spheres that are so easy to pop into your mouth, one after another. Without much thought, grapes, whether they're green, red, or black, grapes are incredibly convenient and sweet, and that's precisely where the problem lies for your leg strength. While they do contain antioxidants and some vitamins, grapes are surprisingly high in sugar for their small size. It's incredibly easy to consume a large quantity of them without feeling full, leading to a significant intake of natural sugars in a very short amount of time. A single cup of grapes can contain about 23 grams of sugar. When you're mindlessly snacking on them, it's not uncommon to eat 2 or even 3 cups, rapidly accumulating 40 to 70 grams of sugar. This rapid sugar intake, as you might guess by now, leads to those familiar blood sugar spikes. And what do those spikes do? They trigger an insulin response that, when repeated frequently, contributes to systemic inflammation and can impair your body's ability to efficiently use glucose for energy in your muscles. Imagine your leg muscles needing a steady supply of fuel to maintain their power and endurance. But instead, they're getting these erratic bursts of sugar followed by energy dips. This inconsistency can lead to feelings of fatigue, making you less likely to engage in activities that build or maintain leg strength. And over time, contribute to muscle weakness. Furthermore, chronic high sugar intake can interfere with collagen production, which is important for connective tissues, impacting the overall structural integrity of your legs. The practical solution for grapes is mindfulness and portion control. Instead of eating directly from the bag, measure out a serving, perhaps half a cup or a small handful. Treat them as a delightful addition to a meal or a balanced snack rather than the main event. Try pairing them with a small piece of cheese, a few almonds, or adding them to a mixed salad. The protein and fiber from other foods will help slow down the absorption of sugar, giving your body a more even energy curve. This way, you can still enjoy the taste of grapes without inadvertently undermining your leg strength. Finally, for our fifth fruit, let's turn our attention to another tropical favorite, particularly in its convenient, pre-cut form pineapple. Specifically, we need to be very wary of canned pineapple, especially those packed in heavy syrup. Fresh pineapple offers wonderful benefits, including an enzyme called bromelain, which can aid digestion and reduce inflammation. However, even fresh pineapple is quite high in natural sugars, and if consumed in large quantities, it can contribute to those blood sugar spikes we've been discussing. But the real issue comes with canned versions. When pineapple is canned in heavy syrup, it's essentially soaking in a sugary bath, absorbing a significant amount of added sugar, even if it's canned in its own juice. The heating process can alter its nutritional profile and often still results in a higher sugar concentration than fresh. This infusion of added sugar, on top of the fruit's natural sugars, creates a double whammy for your body. Added sugars are particularly problematic because they contribute to inflammation, oxidative stress, and can wreak havoc on your metabolic health. For your leg strength, this means your muscles are constantly under attack from inflammatory processes, making it harder for them to repair, rebuild, and function efficiently. Think of it like trying to run a finely tuned machine on poor quality fuel. Your muscles will protest, leading to decreased power, endurance, and overall strength. Furthermore, chronic consumption of added sugars can contribute to weight gain, which puts additional strain on your legs and joints, making movement more difficult and painful. So, if you love pineapple, the best choice is always fresh. Cut a small portion for yourself and enjoy its natural sweetness and bromelain benefits. If fresh isn't available, and you must use canned, make sure it's canned in water or its own juice, and drain and rinse it thoroughly before consuming to wash away some of the excess sugar. Limit your portion size, treating it more like a dessert than a primary fruit source. By being mindful of the form and quantity of pineapple you consume, you can prevent it from unknowingly contributing to the decline of your precious leg strength. Next, we'll bring all these insights together and reveal the surprising truth that will empower your choices even further. We've journeyed through some surprising insights today, peeling back the layers on how seemingly innocent fruits can, when consumed without awareness, quietly chip away at your leg strength. We've talked about dried fruits, with their concentrated sugars that can inflame and deplete your energy. Those overly ripe bananas that turn their beneficial starches into rapid sugar surges. The generous portions of luscious mangoes that can flood your system with more sugar than your legs appreciate. The endlessly poppable grapes that lead to effortless overconsumption. And finally, the hidden sugars in canned pineapple that can really undermine your muscle health. Now, before you go thinking you need to banish all fruit from your life, let me offer you the surprising truth I promised at the beginning. It's not about giving up fruit entirely. Not at all. Fruit is a wonderful source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The real secret, the empowering truth, is that it's all about knowledge, moderation, and smart choices. It's understanding that even healthy foods, when consumed in excess or in certain forms, can have unintended consequences, especially as our bodies change with age. The goal here isn't to deprive yourself, but to empower you to select fruits that support your leg strength and overall vitality, rather than unknowingly working against it. Consider integrating more berries into your diet. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. They are lower in sugar, packed with antioxidants, and offer fantastic fiber. Apples, with their skin, provide excellent fiber and a more gradual sugar release. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are also great choices, rich in vitamin C and lower in overall sugar compared to some of the fruits we discussed today. It's about balance, about listening to your body, and about making every bite count towards your health goals. Remember, gaining or maintaining leg strength isn't about drastic sacrifices, but about making informed, small adjustments consistently. These thoughtful changes can make a monumental difference to your health and happiness, helping you feel stronger, more stable, and more confident in every step you take. Imagine the feeling of confidently climbing those stairs, walking further without fatigue, or simply getting up from your favorite armchair with ease. These aren't just dreams. They are achievable realities when you fuel your body wisely. Your legs are your foundation for independence and a fulfilling life. By making these simple shifts in your fruit consumption, you are actively investing in your mobility, reducing your risk of falls, and increasing your overall energy. You're not just eating for today, you're eating for a vibrant, active tomorrow. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you noticed any changes in your energy or strength based on your dietary choices, particularly with fruits? Perhaps you've already made some of these adjustments and felt the difference. Share your experiences, your questions, or your own smart fruit tips in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful and inspiring to others in our community. And if you found this video valuable, if it gave you a new perspective or a helpful piece of advice, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up. Liking the video helps us reach more people who can benefit from this crucial information. And while you're here, consider subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more practical, easy-to-understand tips and advice to help you live your best life at every age. Your support truly makes a difference and allows us to continue creating content that empowers you. You deserve to feel strong, vital, and independent, enjoying every moment of your golden years. Keep nourishing your body with care. Keep moving with confidence. And remember, live your best life at every age.